top 5 of the week is here, and of course, I am still on a mission to get you to read more. So let's look at the 5 recommendations I have for you today. First is a report that advocates for building African food systems after COVID-19, given that the pandemic has exacerbated the issue of food security in Africa, exposed vulnerabilities, and highlighted the need to ensure that post-COVID-19 food systems are more inclusive and resilient to future shocks. Based on research evidence, it makes the case in 3 sections. Section 1 is an assessment of the impact of COVID-19 on food systems in African economies. Section 2 reviews policies put in place to help curb the negative impact of the pandemic on food systems on the continent. And the 3rd section looks at innovations needed to better understand the impact of the pandemic on food systems and factors that can contribute to the design of post-COVID-19 recovery strategies. My next recommendation is the UN Climate Change Innovation Compendium that explores innovative opportunities in areas including air, energy, forests, land, water, food systems, cities and lifestyles, green economies, disasters and conflicts, capacity strengthening, and advocacy. The UN also has a living climate change innovation library to which you can add your own innovative approaches, which I would link below. My 3rd recommendation is Brookings' Top Priorities for the Continent in 2022 that examines the most pressing issues facing Africa this year, including issues around financing post-pandemic growth, public health systems, African women and girls, climate change, technological innovations, which include boosting the AfCFTA, looking at the role of the Pan-African payment and settlement systems, and Africa's external relations. The report asserts that despite challenges, there are reasons to be optimistic about Africa's future, given the continent's proven ability to weather the storms of the pandemic through innovation and resilience. My next recommendation is a World Bank, UNICEF, and Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office publication that maps out ways in which governments can mitigate the impact of COVID-19 on education in light of lockdowns and ensuing closures of schools over the past 2 years. It is estimated that the economic cost of lost learning will be in the trillions of dollars if urgent measures are not taken. Key recommendations made include prioritizing keeping schools and preschools fully open, reducing transmission in schools, adjusting instructions to reflect the new reality and focus on important foundational skills, and having adequate support to help children learn. And last is a toolkit. I find that toolkits are my favorite type of publications. This toolkit provides a practical guide to analyze, design, and measure the use of digital solutions to advance women's entrepreneurship. It argues that in the past decade, considerable progress has been made to advance women's economic participation. It also provides an overview of specific constraints and barriers unique to or exacerbated for women entrepreneurs and the role that technology plays in lowering these barriers. It goes on to share a diagnostic process countries can use to identify the predominant constraints to female entrepreneurship. It offers a design model to put together findings from the diagnostic process and concludes with a monitoring and evaluation process to determine which activities are making progress. Now, you have no excuse not to read this week. Let me know if you do. Till next week, Tuesday, stay safe.